Alright, so this is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach 100% inbounds. 100% basically means we need to collect everything that is required items, collectibles, or key items, collectibles, messages, and retro CDs. We also have to do all of the endings, and there's also a couple extra arcade machines based on like achievements within the game. First thing you'll notice is having voice volume off actually skips a lot of the dialogue within the game. This is called skip stopping the movement strategy I'm doing. How this is done is sprinting while we are in the air, and this actually keeps our sprinting momentum until we hit the ground. And this is basically depleting our stamina at a slower rate, so we can basically sprint for longer. Now you won't see this everywhere, it's just mainly just areas that we have a lot of running to do. Just mainly key at the early stages, because there are stamina and speed upgrades we'll get later on. So here we can actually clip onto the railing, just fall down. This amp opening cycle is pretty uneventful because we're kind of restrained with Freddy and where we can go. We have our first chase sequence with the bots. You know, she shoot right by Chica. Actually, the bots in this opening segment are supposed to be like slower than usual and kind of basically dumber. It's kind of, as it introduces newcomers more. That's not as hard as later parts of the game. Here, this is where one of the key voice volume parts are, because we can actually press that immediately with our camera, and we can actually squeeze by Chica. And we didn't actually skip over a collectible there, because we do have to go through that whole hallway again at the end of the run, so we'll just skip it. We do that. This is called early Fizzy Faz. So we actually jump on that railing and jump onto the counter. And now Fizzy Faz is actually a stamina upgrade. Basically depletes our stamina bar at a slower rate. A lot of the interesting things about this game is that we don't always have the same security bot pattern. So a lot of times we will have to adapt to it. There's a common pattern, but sometimes we don't have that common pattern. But we just have to learn how to deal with it, which makes it does make runs very interesting, having to do stuff on the fly. We were able to just get early enough to scoot by the bot. That was bad. Hello, Zalux. How's it going? Yeah, right, not triggering Chica. We can actually squeeze by Chica. That's just enough time. Onward to the daycare. Gosh. It is what it is. We actually have for 100%, we have a really cool daycare glitch that you actually will not see in other categories except for all unlockables. So we can actually go into the slide and clip through. Well, I don't fall. There are two cutscene triggers that are in. Oh my god, what is going on? The slide has a very weird hitbox, so it's really easy to fall out. There you go. So there are two cutscene triggers, but we have to, in order for the flashlight to spawn, we only need to trigger the second one. So it's actually faster to clip through, if we actually get first try to clip through, actually skip the first cutscene, and we come back to trigger the second cutscene. And this will actually make the flashlight spawn, which is required for this. We have to collect everything, obviously. Yeah, that is something that you will not see in other categories, which is really nice. This is actually called flashlight skip. There's a barrier that pops up until the lights go off. We actually just skip right over that. Okay, so Now, this is the first boss sequence. Basically, to go around, turn on 5 generators while avoiding Moon. There, by doing the flashlight skip, we're actually able to do the fast route with ease. Not being able and being stuck at the security does make it a little bit harder to do the fast route. This part right here, because Moon will actually be right below the hole if you start at the security office. Banned from the daycare. It's also interesting that the upgrade in there is one of 2 unattainable items. So if you do the daycare without collecting that, there's absolutely no way to get it again. But the other one, technically you can go back in and get it, but there's no way to get out unless you use glitches. Which that one is in Faster Blast. Now we actually are going to make a return trip back to daycare. This is so we only have to do 2 trips total instead of 3. Since we are already here. At this spot, the security guards are always in a different spot. These are actually too close together, so I'm gonna have to take a little time loss and go like that. A lot of the railings don't have a very high barrier on top, so we're actually a lot of times we're actually just able to jump on top of it and yeah. So this is one of the biggest glitches in Inbounds. It's called a Freddy door clip. So Freddy can actually open every door in the game, and by calling him at a door, and you'll see us a lot of times, so it looked like I looked towards the daycare that time. That is because Freddy will actually spawn behind you. And so there are a lot of areas that he'll spawn in like bad places, so it'll take a while for him to come over, or he actually gets stuck somewhere. But we call him, he'll open the door, actually get inside him, and we can just glitch leave through the door, basically. So yeah, so we came back mainly for the maze size control key we just grabbed. That will be a item we need for a later boss fight. By getting it early, we don't have to come back here to get it before that boss fight. I'm just doing some collectible hunting now, so you don't have to worry about security bots later. You'll notice that in areas we are not supposed to access at first, security bots will actually spawn. So it's much easier to get these now while there's actually no security bots around to annoy us. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Fortunately, it will take a little bit of time lost here. Where's Monty? And actually, I was gonna skip these two for now, but since Monty is nowhere by us, we can collect it now. But just to be safe, because I have no idea where he is, I'm going to get back in. I think we're safe now. You'll see us pause a lot, and that's just so we can let areas load in without using in-game time. And we can't actually, even though areas are deloaded, we aren't allowed to abuse those deloads in the inbounds category. Now we're actually going to up here, get the screwdriver, which is also another key item we'll need later. That's what I called the map bot skip. Or, okay, yeah. I'm gonna try to, we can actually walk back with these map bots to collect it. I'm trying to do that without triggering that jump scare. I stopped holding down. But actually, a lot of these wedge jumps is caused by having like an acute angle with, so we had an acute angle with the trash can onto the fence. And actually, we're able to jump on top of the fence, get past the fence, the other fence barrier. You'll see a lot of this specific time zones within the game, which will have specific what's it called? Fence patterns, just to lead players into the right direction when playing the game casually. So, coming up, we do have a common crash, so we actually are going to just do a safety save here, just in case it does happen. Honestly, in real phones, you won't do that safety save. So I learned. There's a bit of time just because I did that. Usually it crashes weirdly, so it takes so long. So this is the first Princess Quest arcade machine. So one of the endings actually required us to play all 3 Princess arcade machines in order. The first one is a little bit boring because we fight, we just run away from everything. And like countless things on fire. Yeah, Princess Quest 1 is the only crash thing in the game on the old patch, which in a marathon setting we can have a second save set up just in case it does crash. We can just start right from after that state, so we don't have to keep trying over and over again. Nice. They were in the clear of the crash. Famous last words. Nice. We're going to head and collect everything. So we actually went here first because also the shoes are here. What shoes is a speed upgrade. Obviously, speed is good. Speed is always good. Coming up is another boring session of Freddy door clips because there's actually an unfortunate glitch we have to deal with, and that is caused by these message bags that are downstairs. Up on here, get this call. I have to go back upstairs. If you say once in, this is a very scary area. Yeah, we'll have to do a lot of door clipping for. Yeah, that just skips the zigzag room. The zigzag room purpose is just to let areas load in. We're actually going to do this backstage segment early. Wow, Roxy can be rude sometimes. wait till that security box comes back. We don't want to call Roxy over here. So we're just here to grab this. We're actually gonna leave. We'll have to come back here later. So I'll leave that flashlight upgrade that was in that last room for later. So the unfortunate thing, so the glitch I was talking about earlier, is that there is message bags that are in the parts and services, which is the room where you upgrade Freddy. The unfortunate thing about these message bags is that for some reason, when you decommission an animatronic, that message bag becomes unattainable. So we actually were going to decommission Roxy before even originally coming down here, but because we do that, that message bag would have became uncollectible. So we actually had to make a whole separate trip here just to collect that one message bag. Actually, the doors are locked at first until you do an upgrade, so we just have Freddy open it, and all we do is collect that bag. The reason we go all the way around the first time, because the backstage pass is actually a time change item, and it would be really bad for us to change the time with that after we do the Roxy stuff, because of there's other soft locks that happen with moon cycles, which are the night cycles. So that's the reason why we do that first. You see, the issues is that if you trigger a night cycle at an unintended time, it actually causes moon to just instantly kill you. We're gonna come back the way we just came. So Freddy. Oh, I called him in. That's the part of you can call Freddy in the wrong spot. Because the Roxy Salon is actually right there. But because I was facing away from the Roxy Salon, he spawned there. And Freddy will actually try to get to you until he can't. So that's why he ran for so long before he teleported back. That's the one thing we have to keep in mind when doing the Deadly Freddy door clips. Come on. So you can actually also get into Roxy Racer early just by It's a little hole there. You can just, yeah, underneath the gate. Because usually you'll need the Roxy Claw upgrade. The Roxy Claw, the Monty Claw upgrade. Or the Chica Boys box to open one of those gates to get into Roxy Raceway. But now we'll also go to our first ending right away for Afton. Usually you need both Monty and Chica's voice box, but we have a video on both. So actually with the Monty gates, there's a little hole in the middle of all those gates, so we can actually, if Freddy is on the other side, right in the middle, we can just enter him. Right here, we actually want to, when you call Freddy in a unreachable spot, this actually causes him to kind of freak out and just teleport everywhere until you call him again. And we use that to our advantage to make him spawn behind this voice box gate. There's actually a little hole when he's in the right spot. There's a little hole on the side. This is exclusive to this voice box gate. There's a hole on this side, which is one of the harder tricks in the game. He doesn't always want to cooperate. I'll call it Freddy. Spawn beneath. Come on, Freddy. Oh. Flash ramp. And he can actually still teleport when entering him, so it's actually pretty sketchy too. Alright, that was actually it. That's definitely one of the harder tricks in the game, because Freddy is pretty inconsistent with his spawn points whenever you do call him in weird areas. Come here, call Freddy. A lot of times you'll see me like call him, then run back to enter him, just so it's a little bit faster. I missed the skip there. There's actually a way to get on top of that ledge and fall straight down on it. I'm really bad at getting it, but it does save a little, like a couple seconds. So welcome to the only RNG thing and at all in this game, besides just random security bot patterns. The Afton boss fight. I'll explain a little once we actually get started. So in this boss fight, we actually need to stun Afton 8 times when he's trying to take control of Freddy, which is like how this is how he's taking control over him. By stunning him, we just basically hit the button at whatever camera he's at. First, I'm going to call Freddy here. Yeah, so basically, each time, Afton will go to a random camera. There's 3 total, left and right, middle. We want him to stay in the middle, as there's no extra time added. When he goes, there's 30 seconds in between each fire pattern. Oh wait, no, it's this side. Oh wait, no, it's Monty. I haven't had a Monty first in a long time. That's usually Chica. So yeah, when Afton goes to the left or right side, he actually has to walk there, get the fire, and walk back. Once he's back in the center, that's when the 30-second timer starts. So each time he goes to the left or right, it's like a 25-second time loss. If he goes to the right, and 29 seconds if he goes to the left. So yeah, it's a pretty big time loss each time he does. So we want him to stay in the middle each time. By actually using Freddy at the door, that actually blocks Roxy. So Roxy will just kind of be stuck there. I totally forgot about Afton. Because the usual way you get rid of Roxy is by using Chica's voice box upgrade to basically lower her array. You basically just use it while in Freddy. But since we can't do that, Roxy would never leave us. So we just block her. Yeah, so it's basically just a waiting game from now until we get the eight hits in from this. Right now, 2 and 4, which is pretty good. Roxy always freaks out too. Yeah, this is not good RNG right now. 2 and 6. Average RNG is about 4 out of 8, with 3 out of, it's kind of like 4 out of 8 is the average, 3 to 5 is a little bit less average, 2 and 6 a little bit less average. Which actually I've never actually seen anyone get 7 or 8 yet, so I actually don't know if that's even possible. Alright, the best RNG I've gotten is 6 out of 8. Well, that means 6 times he out of the 8 button presses he stayed in the middle. One more button press. Uh, 3 out of 8. Not the best RNG, but it is what it is. Once we actually get the cutscene, we can quit out and reload our save. Another interesting here is there's actually a bot below us that has a pattern that opens the garage door, and the garage door hitbox actually extends to over the railing, so we can usually use that, just jump over the railing. Message back here. There's another weird thing with this game. Now we're gonna turn our voice volume on, because the damaged head is here. For some reason, if voice volume is not on when you collect it, it won't appear in your inventory. We're actually going to jump on here, and this will actually trigger the Roxy decommission cutscene early. I'm going to go ahead and turn voice volumes back off. Don't need it on anymore. Yeah, just jumping onto the track, there's actually a trigger for Roxy's cutscene on the track. Usually the way to trigger is by putting the repaired head on the bot that's on the other side of Roxy Raceway. By doing this, we just trigger this early. So we can actually collect Roxy's eyes. Roxy's a little bit weird here, so we'll save. And stamina. That was the Roxy boss sequence. Usually we had to repair the head, and you'll see that voice volume display cart that usually there. So once you repair the head, you activate it using the cart, and you do that little runaway sequence. I forgot to grab the message bag that was underneath that Fizzy Fast. I'll have to come back to Roxy Raceway so I can just do it then. You notice a lot of times we'll forget stuff on accident, but a lot of times it's not that big a deal because we have to actually visit a decent amount of locations again. But stuff that we don't have to actually revisit is a decent time loss. So actually, to get out of this area, we can actually do this other thing by calling Freddy. Can't do the Monty voice box thing, but there's actually this other thing that's actually better. Freddy actually spawns, we can actually just get it right there. Now we're actually going right back to that parts and service area to upgrade Freddy. This time we are going to go to the store. It's faster. Now the reason we want to decommission Roxy as soon as possible is because of the retro CDs we actually have to collect. The retro CDs can only be seen by Freddy. You have to be in Freddy with the ocular upgrade. And when you get in Friday and see it, the retro CDs will pop up and you can collect it. Since these retro CDs are around the map, getting them early will actually reduces the amount of backtracking we'll have to do to collect those retro CDs. The reason we went to Monty Green Room is just so, since we can go down any of the elevators, it's just good to do that now, just for collectibles. Yeah, there are 16 retro cities around the map, which only 2 of them, since we did early Roxy guys, the only 2 that we would have to backtrack for is at the Roxy places. Since the other places will just get there when we get there. I collect the rest of these. Now the reason we kind of save a lot is best to be on the safe side when doing marathon runs. An actual marathon have to save a lot more, because the amount of autosaves in this game are very slim. In actual runs, we save a lot less. But it's definitely risky, because if you die, run's over. If you've been not saved in a while. Here we can actually double click and returning these eyes. This will actually skip the second part of the sequence. Now this is it. That's actually a mouse and keyboard exclusive glitch, so it will not work on controllers. Sorry, PlayStation users. And this is the main reason we grabbed the backstage pass early. It's because grab it now, it would instantly kill us. Right when that attack started. It just makes backstage easier, because we actually need the backstage pass to access backstage. So it just makes moving around it faster. I have to do the Freddy door clips all the time. Now another neat thing about time cycles is coming up. So the party pass, which is another time cycle item, is in Chica's green room. This is used to access either Monty Golf or Faster Blast to do those boss sequences. And actually, since there's a night cycle with this will actually cancel out the 6 a.m. night cycle, which we don't actually want to trigger 6 a.m. because we can't save unless we go back time. Right. That's good. By doing that, we keep the 550 triggers open for the endings, but we won't have to re-trigger it, so when we actually get to ending, it'll be active. Oh, he spawned on the second floor. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Freddy spawns are pretty RNG too. When it comes to weird areas, like here, you can spawn on the second floor, you can see him spawn on the third floor. Or we can spawn right behind us. Here we actually, there's a... Yeah, this is, so like, you see the retro CD actually popped up once you got close enough. So, actually here we're going to do another Freddy door clip to actually do the Monty fight early. So usually the second party pass is granted when you stay after doing the 6 a.m. cycle. If you choose stay, you'll get the second party pass. So in order to avoid that, there's a way to avoid having to get the second one early. Here we're actually going to do a little counter hop. There's a fizzy fast right here, just to get some extra stamina. The reason we don't go around is actually there's a soft lockable trigger that's on the other side. And that trigger will cause Freddy to not be so let's learn, you can't enter Freddy. And that is because since we skipped, there's the trigger never, if you don't do Superstar, if you're doing the game vanilla, that trigger just never disappears. Same thing happens in loading docks in the early game sequence. So actually, since we have the control key, we can do the maze. There's actually a fast way to do this, because we actually use the wedge jumps to get on top. We actually only have to move it once because the original maze layout actually blocks the vent. So that's the only reason we actually need the control key. If there's a way around that gate, we could actually skip getting that so early, or skip getting it completely in other categories. So here's another boss fight that we can actually just totally skip. So actually there's a fence hop here, we can just jump over the fence, which actually skips Monty actually spawning. And we can just play the game legit. Well, not legitimately, but without Monty. So how this game actually works is you have to shoot 25 balls into the bucket. The gun you use actually disables when you hit the 10th and 20th shot. So to get a perfect fight, you actually have to be perfect with all the shots. Then if you miss one, that'll cause the gun destructions to be out of whack, and you'll have to actually get to a completely fourth gun to complete it. Yeah, that is Monty boss fight completely broken. Actually, soon we'll get to our first of 2 arcade machines that you'll actually only see in 100%. Take some of these upgrades over here. Since we just decommissioned Monty, we actually gonna swap the all these security bots. Actually, I forgot to collect this message bag. So Monty will actually not spawn since he's currently just booking on down on stage. So here is Monty's Skater Golf arcade machine. So the reason we actually added these because there's an achievement within the game for these. It just kind of makes sense. I undershot that. So we kind of have to do the arcade machines with the full set of how you can unlock the achievement. So with this, we just have to get under par. Actually, I have not done this in a while, so my shots are going to be a little not good. But as long as I should still be able to get under par, so I'm just too careful. I just overshot that eventually. Another cool thing about the Monty Golf Arcade is that you can actually, as you can see, once the next hole actually loads in, you can actually just start aiming in. Another not so good thing about this game is the physics suck. So you get weird bounces all the time. Like that one. But I'm playing under par, so I should have no worries about not getting under par. Just make sure you overshot. Oh, that's gonna be a huge time loss. Not last hole out of anything. is Monty's Golf. Monty's Gator Golf Arcade. Taking a while to load back in there. I grabbed that one, right? I just didn't double check. Yeah. Wait. I almost forgot. Was it Retro CD? That is everything in Muncie Golf. And we'll be a little bit of a collective hunting for the next but to actually avoid having to get a second party pass, we can actually clip out of. We should be careful because we don't want to actually accidentally use the party pass on this dude. So we have to be a little bit careful here. But this only works, actually, technically you can clip into the elevator by doing it, but the elevator door won't actually open until you put the party pass in. And so we had to do it in Monty Golf because there's actually a way to get to the other side of the elevator. Well, in Hazard Blaster, where you use the other party pass, there's no way to enter from the other side. Technically there is, but you have to go through Bonnable, which to get into Bonnable you need the bowling pass. Where's the bowling pass? In Hazard Blast. No, I did not. Here. I hate. Oh, now chicken spawns. Yeah, Chica's Bakery is by far the worst area in this game. Because the security bots have the worst patterns in existence. Okay, can you please quickly flip through? Okay. Fortunately, this hoodie door is a level 5 door as well, so we get to use the extra hoodie door clip. Yeah. This is by far the worst place in this game. For the hoodie upgrade, it's kind of not a good item. It increases your sneak ability. I have no idea where Chica is right now. I'm kind of scared. That's what I'm talking about. I'm losing so much time here. I'm losing so much time. You want to leave, Chico? Are you joking right now? Can I not? Not sure what's up with Chica right now. I think she's just stuck. Okay, we got everything. That was an unfortunate time loss. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Yeah, the security bots. That's definitely the worst location, just solely because the security bot patterns that happen there. Like they cover like all of the collectible locations, so you have to grab them in very specific spots. I have to just wait for the security bot to go away. It's bad. And there's a chance that animatronics will just kind of just sit still for no reason. That's exactly what's happened with Chica there. I'm sure not much of a time loss that was. So there's actually a Easter egg within the game that actually has collectibles behind it, as well as in the other arcade machine. And that is by using the fast cam on 4 different cardboard boxes. This will open a door in the daycare, and this door leads to Sun's room. Alright, so you'll see that actually comes in at the very end of the run. So now we're kind of back on track for the stuff we need to do. Little cool trick just so the Freddy door clip into. So wedge jump right here, just clip on right through. It's faster than You're having to do the Freddy door flip. Yeah, this is where we're actually going to use our party pass. I'm already looking at the next split, and it's gonna be a huge time loss that we just had. I actually don't know if the splits are entirely accurate. We did have, it's kind of the route change we had. So I'm not too sure if those show the new route. Pretty sure they don't. The splits are entirely accurate from this point on. Yeah, because there's a new glitch to go into Rainey's hideout, which actually is really good. Ready for the faster blaster again. Woo! In fact, the half of the bots that are supposed to cut, so basically these flags, you need to capture 3 flags. Each flag has 4 waves, but it's funny because the bot will actually spawn early, so you can just shoot them. Actually, we don't have to worry about the 4th wave. They won't be able to capture, so we can just start the next one immediately. We give time for our blaster to recharge. Here's the actual other soft lockable collectible. Right back here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure our splits are not accurate due to the new route. I should have just reset those last ones, but there's no way we lost that much time. Yeah, that will be everything in Phaser Blaster. So next is everyone's favorite boss events, DJ Music Man. I don't know. Not the boss really. We actually do a wedge jump there, just jump right on down. So in this boss sequence, you actually just have to turn on like 5 circuit breakers and just enjoy the music. Actually, since we decommissioned Monty, he kind of is just sitting there, not doing anything. His broken state is just broken, basically. I totally forgot to get a collectible when I went upstairs with it later. There we got the repaired head. Here we have our second Princess Quest arcade machine and our second cardboard. We'll definitely need the safe route. The unfortunate thing is those enemies that shoot those objects can actually continue shooting through the map. We want to actually kill some of them so they don't go ice later. This quest too. Yeah, this is another big route change that we had. Because we actually did these next two endings earlier in the route, but it's better now with the new glitch we found. Grabbed this one earlier. Also another unfortunate little time loss we can't control, or you can find a workaround later, is the first time you enter West Arcade, you can't bring Freddy with you. So we have to leave first. Out here, just go and call Freddy. Okay, hit these elevator doors. Oh, okay, bye Freddy. And there's a retro CD in this area, so we just literally had to leave. They'll call Freddy and come right back here. Hello, Freddy. Next is Bunny Bowling. But mainly with 100%, just kind of go into each area and just collecting everything. A lot of this later part of the game is just that. I'm gonna save a new slot just in case. I'm pretty sure this will work. I just want to be on the safe side. That was close. Check it. So if you remember, if you've played the game before, you can see Vanny's hideout from Faster Blast. Another cool thing about this game is that a lot of these areas are actually connected in ways that you can't enter. So if you come down here, there is an out of order sign. Freddy can still open the stores. So this is usually blocked and has like an out of order on the other side. So we'll do the thing, we can end this rail and jump onto there. And surprise, we are in Vanny's hideout. Now another cool thing about this is all the arcade machines have an autosave. And we can abuse this autosave in this area by quitting arcade, because if we just complete the arcade, the autosave won't trigger since the cutscene just happens immediately. Instead of having to come all the way back here, we can just hit the autosave and do the second ending. Unfortunately, these conveyor belts are FPS based, which the FPS I have is too high to be able to do some of the skips possible in this. So there's a very sliver we can just jump on top of. Actually, just hit that one. Now with like lower FPS, you can really just walk across these conveyor belts, but a lot of the other skips are a lot harder when you are at a lower FPS. For like, so for longer runs, it's kind of more worth it for more consistency just to deal with the higher FPS. Well, it's not impossible to do it lower FPS, it's just harder for like the rest of the run. And you're actually right. If you've played other Five Nights at Freddy's game, you'll recognize this area. It's the Freddy maze. Here we can hit the door. This actually will trigger the arcade as complete. So the cutscene will just automatically trigger. We just have to wait for that, and yeah. So we'll load up our previous save, or our autosave from the Princess Quest machine, and immediately get the Vanny ending. And boom. Actually, from here, we still have the ability to call Freddy. That's my hopes. So we can call Freddy to open back the door. And we can flip through on the other side. Okay. Not the way I intended to do it. Pretty sure that might be deload abuse. I'll just see if I'll just try one more time. Yep, there you go. Okay, we can just jump on top. Okay, yeah. So you can just come back in instead of having to go all the way back down there to get the collectible that's down there. We can just squeeze on right by and just finish collecting stuff. This time saves time instead of having to do the faster blast way. Actually, there's a CD here as well. Oh, I don't think that one two mystery split there. There's the three splits right back to back. Now we're actually going to our next ending area. That is the fire ending. So usually to get this ending, you need for the escape endings, you just need to have the 6 a.m. triggered, which these are the last 3 endings are all like escape-like endings. I still want to avoid that trigger that will injure Freddy. Why is it so laggy right now? It's just a simple hop, come on. It's just a hop. There we go. Oh, Jesus. So usually to get this ending, you need 39 collectibles, which we have well above that. That's good. do this security card sequence right now. And we just wait here for 3 minutes. So another funny thing about this is you can literally just sit here and the animatronics will not see us. Did Roxy even spawn? Yeah, I'm not sure. His decommissioned, that's actually decommissioned Monty and Roxy can be a little bit weird. Actually, I don't want to test. I've never. I'm not sure if it works with decommissioned Monty. With the regular sequence, you can just hide in that corner, and the animatronics won't see you. But I wasn't sure. Decommissioned Monty during this sequence is very weird, and it can actually get triggered at random for no apparent reason. Like he'll be back here and just get triggered and run after you. So I'll just not test that for now. Hello, Cloud. How's it going? I'm in voice chat, by the way, Cloud, if you want to join me. And sometimes decommissioned Roxy will just not spawn, which is... I'm not complaining about that. No, the reason we actually have to... I'm still sick. It's unfortunate. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah. But there's a way to leave the security office with the security badge, but we actually get the prize kind of cameras for completing the security card sequence, so we actually have to sit in here for the 3 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, those 2 earlier splits had to have been just route things. Because now we are getting back on time. Without like, oh, plus that West Arcade was a gold, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was a gold. So now we're getting more realistic times. Here, we're gonna save there because we're actually going to trigger this ending. We save, load the autosave. So that cutscene will actually trigger an autosave. So we can just load that. Get the cutscene and leave. And then we're actually going to load back the save I just created because we do not want to trigger 6 AM yet. So to avoid that, we're just going to load back our previous save. Hello, Roxy. I was not expecting you to spawn there. Oh, I think in my route I'm actually supposed to do... I think it actually might be better to do the actual ending first, and then the sequence. That is everything in Superstar Arcade. Actually, since we finished that sequence, that trigger that causes the soft lock with Freddy is gone. Let me just double check. Yeah. Let me just load the HM real quick. Here we're actually going to our 5th ending once we do a little bit of collectible hunting down here. And this is the car battery ending. To get this one, you actually need security level 6 with as well as the 6 AM stuff, which right now, actually, after we do the one down here, we have all of them. 8 of them. But we're gonna do some. This one is so weird. A lot of these bags are like really weird to get. Oh, Cloud, you should have seen my Bonnie Bowl. I lost so much time with that. Oh, I have to wait for the security bot. Because the security bots kept hitting me after like 5 jump scares. Chica then spawned, and I got stuck. Yeah, it was a time. Somehow I didn't die, but I'm not complaining. Ow. Oh wait, that's only security level 6. Oh, yeah, I saw the warehouse one, but I should have 7. Oh yeah, backstage. Yeah, I should have 6 now. Yeah, from doing this, that we're actually able to do the ending. And the fun thing about here is we can actually skip the not beat portion of pizza. Pizza! Oh, since we're gonna do the ending, we're actually gonna do a Quick save there. Hello ending. Now we can actually do the same autosave trick. Boom, and we're going to load back the save we just did at security office. Oh, look at that time save. That's a beautiful bolt. Yeah, love to see it. I remember my collectible round loading docks. It's been a little while. So you have to jump down here, turn on the generator. Now Chica is still eating the pizza over there, enjoying her time. I find the thing that's actually cause two chickens to spawn because we'll have the decommissioned Sheikah, and actually, since we never trigger the next part of the actual loading dock sequence at the beginning of the game, Chica will still be eating pizza when we come back from the sewers. I love the duplication of animatronics. Another safety safe here. So here we can actually skip the... So here we're actually supposed to turn on 3 generators to escape this place. Only the third one is needed to actually escape the place. So we can just skip the first one. So the first two basically just open a gate to access the next area. So we can skip the first gate. And then we can turn on the second generator, turn on the second gate. That part's always scary. I don't know where Chica is. GG. Wait. That's one fly higher. Stairs, stairs, and more stairs. Oh my god. Like, I just have to do some more collectible hunting here. The fun thing, since Chica is still eating pizza, we can just run through everything and not give any dams. As Chica will not be triggered. This spot is, if you do have to worry about Chica, this spot is very weird. Or very difficult because the plating bots you can hear is getting triggered and triggered forever. That'll cause Chica to actually just infinite spawn on you until you leave the area and reload it. So not having to worry about that is a real lifesaver. That is everything in the loading dogs. That should be everything. Oh, you're good, Zalek. Someone should remember on Discord to just set a name and pop up. I set a notification. Alright, so... we have a little bit of another boring segment of just getting collectibles. Oh, yeah, I don't want to forget this one. Last time I did all unlockables, this was the one message I forgot for not doing that category like I'm on. Ouch. Now, so this is the only kind of backtracking we do have to do on this route. And that is for the CDs in these two locations, which there's actually nothing you can avoid by doing it because you need Roxy's eyes, which are at Roxy, I swear. And it's more of a time loss with shoes being here as well as Princess Quest 1 is more of a time. It's better to just have to backtrack than just go here in one area but not have shoes for a much longer period of time. Okay, Zex, have fun in class. Again. Oh yeah, I forgot this the first time, so let's go for this. Oh, I totally forgot. I almost got this side too. Two upgrades over here. Is that a duplicate message back that I never noticed? There's supposed to be a message in the middle there. I'm gonna grab an extra message back. Yeah, in this game there are a lot of duplicate items, which if you grab one, the other will disappear. That is one of them. I was not aware that was a duplicate. So I must have grabbed an actual one somewhere, but I have no idea where. So again, we're gonna come right back down here. I'd have to add more collectibles in this section of the route. Actually here, so to actually do the security cycle different, oh wow, 10-minute gold. To do this, you basically just have to lead Freddy into the room. Usually there's a camera with a button beneath it. The intended thing was just have to use that button at the camera. But all the buttons work for all the cameras, so it actually does not matter which one you press. So you can just spam at one. Oh yeah, they don't load. I forgot. The time we have. I bet they don't spawn. Yeah, we want to put in the showtime in this because the upgrades for Freddy are all required. And the power upgrade is actually locked behind putting the showtime disc in. Now all the bears. Hello, Monty. Bye, Monty. When's the last time I saved? I hate Moon so much. No. Why? So Moon has a weird spawn there, and for some reason I had a barrier glitch. Usually, if you just leave immediately from the elevator, you don't have to worry about it. But I had a barrier glitch, which stopped me from leaving, so I had to go to the side, and Moon spawned in front of me. So, yeah, so in an actual marathon run, I would save a lot more. I was just gonna have to do all this crap again. So if this like happened during a marathon run, I wouldn't be reset this far. That's the one thing bad about this game is just the lack of the saving. The saving system is crap. I hate the faster blaster so much. Alright, this was a big time loss. Doesn't seem that big, but the fact that I had to go all the way back to the Roxy Raceway is just the bad part. That's about a 10-minute time loss. How long it took me to get backstage. Actually, no, it's probably longer, because, yeah, at least 10-minute time loss. Oh, it's so sad to see the timer just tick down. Oh yeah, that's the message that's in West Arcade. The West Arcade one was from a different. Right. He spawned downstairs. Are you joking? Freddy spawns suck. We'll have to get that later. Then with the other backstage one. Everyone safety safe. I don't want that happening again. Yeah, that spot, there's a basement section underneath, and yeah, literally if Freddy gets caught down there, he is stuck down there forever until you reload, or we can do this to get him here. So it is to get those two CDs at another point. I guess I could have saved after this, not in Freddy's room. Alright. Now I won't have unfortunate time loss if it happens again. That'd be something if it does. Alright, let's... I don't trust that middle barrier anymore. Let us stay off to the side. There we go. Hi, man. I don't like you. At all. Oh, it's the damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Now I can listen to Vanessa yell. Yeah, that was some unfortunate big time loss, but we're back. Usually in runs, we rarely save a couple times in longer runs, but I'm pretty sure. And given time, even in like 100% runs, people won't save at all. Oh, hey, Vanessa. Yeah, just slide out of here. I guess. I love this game so much. Him, whom you I cannot speak English. All my homies hate him, yes. I have to 100% agree with that idea. Nice, we got all the same. Now another soft lockable thing we have to do is after each upgrade, we actually have to save and quit out and reload the area each time. As doing more than one upgrade without reloading the area will just not work. The game won't let us. Time. This will be in the ending segments of the run. I hate the voice box upgrades so much. That's so hard to see when I like focus on one area or in the middle. I really can't see what specific buttons being pressed. I just have to use the audio cues. All right. I'll try that later. Apparently you can do that. Welcome back. I totally forgot to do the rehearsal one. And then hopefully Freddy won't spawn downstairs this time. Okay, good. Yep. Yeah, so we go to this section last because there are actually collectibles locked behind Monty gates and voice box gates. So after we do the final upgrades, we basically just wait, I just jumped down. Just use this as the final hall. Or collectible gathering fun. No, Cloud, when that update happened, it took me this CD right here took me forever to find. I found the other change pretty quickly, but that one took me forever. Yeah, from that first update, not from the 1.05 update. The one in like December or in January. Because remember the two that were in Superstar by accident. It was originally supposed to be a Freddy area. Exotic Butters. This is the sister location room. I'll probably show that off after run if it does get accepted. Now this trigger, we actually do not want to trigger it. There's a lost and found sequence that happens here, and the trigger actually stays. Since we never triggered that cutscene, it stays the whole time, so we had to hug that right wall to avoid that. Imagine if that trigger just covered that whole room and we can never get early screwdriver. And around scoper. But that was usually deloaded for me. That is the last of the cardboards for the Easter egg. And now we can go up. The arcade machine. So the door is right here. This basically what L4 it will open. And welcome to Sun's room. Cheers, the Balloon Boy Arcade. And this is basically, if you remember Flappy Bird, it's just like another variation on that. Stay in the air. Now the goal of this arcade is to get the glitch, which doesn't happen until about the 14k score. Somewhere around there. The third swim cycle. So we just have to survive here for a little while. But once you get the glitch, you can immediately quit out. So now we're going to, there'll be a little blue glitch area, that's where we're going to run into. But you can see it at the top there. That's in a really bad spot, but there we go. So yeah, so once you get that, you can just quit out. That is Balloon Boy. That glitch was in a really bad spot once I saw that. Yeah, I'll double check my collectibles now. But we should have, yeah, for now we'll have that party pass once we do the stay. We should have 50 messages, which yes we do. Yeah. It's very nice. I did not forget anything. Yeah, so the last item on our agenda is the second party pass, which we get by basically choosing stay after getting an ending. So last ending is right here. So in normal in this. To get this is the normal escape ending, so this is the one that you would usually get to in a casual playthrough. Okay, we'll put out again. You can let the autosave. I should have to choose stay, and this will load the second party pass. This will load it, so we have +5, and that is all of the items that are in the game. Go here and leave, and boom. That is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach 100%. Even with that 10-minute, my last run was, the route was so bad. This new route is so much better. Even with that 10-minute time loss, we still got 11-minute load record. Yeah, this new route is so much better.